This conference will now be recorded.
Fine. It's loading the application. So two topics it is pending. Two topics. One is matching policies. Next one is charges. These two topics are pending. These two topics are pending, but we'll discuss this one later. Okay, we'll discuss this one later. But let us understand company creation process. So one person joined as a caller one. Can you rename your name? Can you change your name to what exactly your name rather than caller name? It is showing caller 01. Please change your name. So I'm removing one person, rejoin that person. I'm removing caller 01. Just we'll wait for another 1 minute and then we'll proceed. Okay, the first most important is in the company creation process, the first most important is country. The first step is country. The first most important setup is country. So in the system, country master will be available by default. The country master will be available by default. So if you take license from Microsoft, then by default that company will be available. By default DAT company, that company will be available. What do you mean by this one? Let us understand first. So if you open this application, it will go to here. There are so many companies. There are so many companies. All these companies are not available by default in the system. It will be available company called DAT. Only company called DAT will be available by default in the system. DAT company. So in this DAT company, you will not find all these things because this is sample data provided by Microsoft for the demo system. For the demo system, these companies are given, but by default it is DAT company. So in this company, it will be blank. Nothing will be available. Only few masters will be available. In that few masters, one is country master. So country is available by default, and currency is also available by default. So don't use this company. Don't use this company. Okay. So first let me create legal entity and then I will come back here. So once DAT company is available, what you will do, because if you take license from Microsoft for or on behalf of client, This is the company, DAT company available. The first step is you can go to organization administration, collapse all, global address books, global address book, addresses, address setup. So the first one is country. It is organization administration, global address book, global address book, addresses, address setup. In this company, so tomorrow onwards, I want your names clearly. Some people are joining caller 01, caller 02. So I will remove from this name caller 01, caller 02. Please rename your names. It is showing clearly for you. It is name. Please change your name. I don't want this caller 01, caller 02, and caller 03. So I'm removing once again. Please join and please ping me your name in the WhatsApp group. Fine. So the first step is country. If you go to this country master, country or region, there are country masters provided by Microsoft by default. So now, so what is the country master for Dubai? Anyone? What is the country master for Dubai? Anyone, please?
I mean UAE, United Arab Emirates.
Sorry, UAE.
UAE, United Arab Emirates.
So the country master for Dubai is UAE, United Arab Emirates. But the actual country name is ARE. Look at this one. United Arab Emirates, the country name is ARE, but not UAE. Okay, for UK, United Kingdom, London, what is the country name? You know, it's UK, am I right? United Kingdom. But the country name is, look at this one, I'm just filtering. It is country name is United Kingdom, country name is GBR, Great Britain Republic. Great Britain Republic, United Kingdom of Great Britain. Okay, so GBR. So remember, don't create new country master. In your life, don't create new country master. Whatever the countries available in the system, try to use the same country masters. Try to use the same country master, whatever it is available. Don't create. Why? What is the reason? Why I should not create any country master? What is the reason behind? Okay, the reason behind is, if you go to this country, like the localizations, localization Dynamics 365. Here you can find the countries. So these many country specific features was developed by Microsoft. Microsoft has developed these many country specific features. These many country specific features developed by Microsoft. So if you create new country master, click button is available. New, if you create this localizations, whatever it is giving by Microsoft, you will lose that one, because like United Arab Emirates has recently GST is introduced, taxation is introduced like 1 year back or something. In Gulf countries recently it was introduced. Suppose if you have created a new country, then that taxation you are going to lose. You are going to lose that entire taxation process. So don't create the countries. Already whatever it is existing countries are available, you need to use it. Understood, everyone? Any questions in this area? The first most important in your life. If you do small mistake, means in case if you create a new country, then that country, if you are using in the transactions, then you are going to lose the entire country specific features after 1 month, or once it is go live is over, after 1 month, 2 months, if you observed, then your life is gone. Means you will be removed from the company because you did a great mistake. By mistakenly you are keeping your finger in the electricity board. This is, I don't know, I kept my finger in the electricity board. What happens? Gone. Am I right? The same situations. Don't create a country master directly. Already existing country master only, you need to use it. Okay, can anyone respond, like, are you able to hear me, my voice clearly or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, you are audible.
Yes, sir. Right. So I saw in one of the client, like country is by mistake I have selected instead of Bahrain, I have selected Saudi. One client has reported the like issue, and he is asking, I want to modify. So when it was went live 3 months back, then you need to start a new company and you need to map all those things once again. You don't have alternative. Fresh implementation once again. Whatever this 3 months hard work becomes zero. You don't have alternative solution. Okay. Fine. This is the first step. In this address setup, so you are not going to create country. Fine. Next step is state and province. So if states are available, that is good. If not available, you need to create. Most probably for USA it may be available. For India it is not available. By default it is not available in general. If Microsoft has given the states, you can use it, but if it is India, it is not there. It is not there. You need to create state. Then if it is USA, you need to create county. In USA it is county. In India it is district. It is district. Okay, you need to create districts. If it is India, it is districts. Like this you need to create, and then city also we need to create. So these all are we can create, except country master. Remaining all are can be created. Street, and remember, group of houses. Look at this one, group of houses. It is only for Russia. Plats, land plats. It is only for Russia. and a group of flats also only for Russia, and a street, it is only for Russia. Okay, these 4 masters are specific to Russia. Russia has their own different function. Okay, that will be used. It is not required for you. I never implemented for Russia. If you want to implement Russia, you need to have Russian language. Even help also in Russian language. Okay, so fine. This is for Russia only, this 4. Once it is created, postal or zip codes also should be created. Postals or zip codes also should be created. While creating postal zip codes, you need to map whatever it is relevant, street, city, district, everything you are mapping. Once it is defined, you need to create address format. So by default, address formats also available. You can use it. This address format means, so we are following street, city, state, postal code, country, like this. This is user friendly, very, very user friendly. You can create whatever the formats you want, and these formats you can tag to the country master. The country master, in this one, you can tag the address format. Okay, so all these things should be filled. Any doubt in this address format? This is the first setup, you need to do it. I hope it is clear. Next, second step is legal entity. Legal entity means company. Legal entity means company. Okay, now tell me your favorite company name. If you want to establish a new company, what is your favorite company? We need to. So organization, administration, organizations, legal entities. Legal entities we are going to create now. Legal entities, a new company. Please let me know your favorite company name. Any of your favorite name, company name. If you want to establish in future, you are planning to create a, like I mean to say, start a business. Just any information, please, so that I can write down. TCS. Okay. Let me verify whether it is TCS is created for other batches or not. Let me verify. Yeah, TCS is already created. Okay, please let me know another company. One more guy has commented the same TCS earlier batches. So we have created. TCS is created already. Any other one? Anyone? HCL? So no
How
one
about
is...
ABBO?
Sorry, tell me.
ABBOTT. About.
About. Okay. ABBOT. Okay. About private limited. Suppose R limited.
Double T. ABBOTT. About India.
That's it.
About India.
About India Limited. Okay. Good. About India Limited. AIL. About India Limited. AIL. So I'm sorry, I'm mapping USA. So because if it is India, like Indian related taxes will be enabled. So we need to map all those things, a little bit complex. So like I'm mapping about USA Limited. Even though you are telling India, about USA Limited, I'm preparing. Otherwise, global company, this one, about Limited, not India, global company. Fine. So A Ltd about limited. Remember, this is 4-digit alphanumeric as per the company, as per the client requirement. You can create. While creating, don't take your own decision. This cannot be modified. This 4-digit code, company code, cannot be modified. If it is 2 companies, 3 companies, it's not an issue. If it is, I saw one of the client has 400 companies. They have 400 companies. In that case, it will create problems. Okay, you need to have properly from the client what is the code. Name can be modified, but this cannot be modified. Okay, country cannot be modified, and then code also cannot be modified. These two cannot be modified once it is created. Okay, so you need to take care about this one. Proper approvals for the country code. Of course, you know the country name already wherever you are implementing. Okay, this is clear most probably, but this code also. These two are most important. Click OK. Okay, so DAT company was changed to AIL. ALTD it is already exists, so it was created. Give me a second. Let me delete. Is it allowing to delete immediately or not? I have not verified. It is deleting because just now I have created. It is allowing to delete. Actually, Amazon Limited is a company already created. It is ALTD. That is the reason it is allowing me to delete. Normally, it will not allow immediately. See, I mean to say, because it is immediate decision, it is allowing. But normally, it will not allow you. So let me create ALT1 something because ALTD is already used. This is first time I'm deleting the company in D365. Usually it will not allow to delete after some time because immediately I'm deleting. That is the reason it may allow or it may not. Usually it will not allow because the subsequent tables will be created internally. There is a lot. Big progress will be happened once this company is created. Table level data. There will be much data will be incorporated internally. Let me verify whether it is deleting or not. If not, we'll use AIL. We don't have alternative solution. Because company creation process means internally it is creating, there is a lot of information it is going to be created, relevant details. There is a huge. Okay, it is not so simple like normal master. Company means it is the relevant information should be created a lot. Just give me a minute. Let me delete. Let me verify whether it is allowing or not. Normally after a few minutes, if you want to try to delete, it will not. If it is normal situations, after a few minutes. Okay, I think it was deleted now. Let me refresh. What happened? Let me verify. Okay, let me start with verify with ALTD only available. Okay, so now on this one second, let me create new one. ABPOTT Private Limited. I'm writing APL. So APL is not there. Fine. And USC, United States of America. So click OK. Fine. Company is created. Okay. Now click on edit. So map the zip code wherever it is. So I'm mapping like suppose 98004 something number I'm mapping. Postal zip codes. Bellevue I'm mapping. Microsoft is located this area. 98004 I'm mapping. Okay, so if you map this zip code, automatically city, state, county was updated automatically. There will not be like here, like in India, like Kukatpalli, Amirpet, Chandanagar. It's not like that. They will have in USA, it is 28 cross 34 cross 15 something. It will be there. Okay, in USA, it is only numbers only. So I'm clicking OK. Okay, this is company was created, legal entity was created, and address setup done. Organization, administration, organization, legal entities created. Next, address mapped. Next, language should be mapped. Language should be mapped. So address mapped, language. So for practicing purpose, you can map EN/US. Okay, there are many languages. There are many languages. Whatever the languages it is required, sometimes it may be extra charges. Suppose take the example, Gulf countries, they want Dubai country like Arab, they want language. Spain, they want different language, Spain. So like that, if they want that, you need to take license from Microsoft properly. Normally in US, in India, English language may be free. Okay, but some languages may be costly. You need to pay money for that. That you need to check with like whenever you are taking license with the sales people from Microsoft. Okay, now I'm mapping ENS. You can map English language, any English language. 99% it is a free of cost. But even the English has different languages. English Australia, English Canada, English United Kingdom, English GB, that is Canada, sorry, UK, and then like there are many Englishes. As per my knowledge, English will be free, but remaining languages may be some cost addition. Okay, fine. Now company is created, company got created. Next step, third step, number sequences. Number sequences you need to create. So before going to this one, if it is AX 2009 or AX 2012, usually what I will do, I will close this application, because internally there will be a lot of information. It is refreshing if you close this one. If it is a D365, it is better to click on refresh the screen. This is the best practice. It is not a mandatory. This is a best practice. So if you refresh the internal tables, whatever it is required for the new company, just now it was created, it will be recreated properly. It will be adjusted. It is a kind of, you are refreshing the entire application. This is my suggestion. Okay, then you need to go to any module, your wish, accounts payable, accounts receivable, cash and bank, fixed assets, budgeting, general ledger, procurement, sourcing, sales and marketing, any module you can go, your wish. Go to any module, setup, number sequences. Here first one is parameters. Go to parameters. If you go to number sequences, here it will be blank. Not only AP parameters, every module. Suppose I am going to inventory management. Setup, inventory and warehouse management parameters. The first step. After setup, parameters are there. Any module. Okay, any module, parameters, the first one, last one is number sequence are there. It will be blank. So right click, view details, right click, view details. Then it will be opening the form. Okay, you need to click on new generate button. Then it is progressing. It is creating number sequences. If you want to create manually one by one number sequence, it will take so much time. It will take at least minimum to minimum 2-3 days time or 4 days time to create number sequences. It is more than 440 number sequences will be there. There are many number sequences. The system is creating automatically. With the APL. With the APL, it is going to create APL dash 0000001. Number sequence is getting created automatically. Look at this one. It is taking some time, but let it be processed. So let me write down meanwhile. So any module, your wish, any module, setup, number sequences, select one number and right click. and number sequence form will be opened. Click on generate button. Next, finish. It is processing. It may take 1 or 2 minutes time. Let me process. Because it is getting created number sequences, as I told you, around 430, 440, 450. I don't know the number count exactly. There are so many number sequences are getting created by system manually, automatically, sorry, not manually, automatically. It is getting created. Okay, so it was there. Click on next button. So there are number sequences here. It is creating APL dash hashes. Some are 6 digits, some are 9 digits. Based on the requirement, it is getting created. There are so many number sequences. You can click on next. Actually, this is showing 291, 281, 275. This is wrong, to be frankly. It is around 30, 40 for AP, around 35 or something. Like this, there are, each module has so many number sequences. It is getting created by Microsoft. Automatic process. Okay. There are so many submodules. All the submodules related number sequence are getting created automatically. You need to click on finish. Only AP and AR, it will show you wrong number, that is number of sequences, but remaining all are correct. Okay, now if you close this screen, as of now there is no number sequence. If I refresh or if you reselect once again, then number sequences will be filled. This is not only for inventory management, it is even if you go to AP, if you go to AR, any module, number sequences, set up parameters, number sequences, you will find all the module number sequences are filled. All the number sequences are filled by system. Clear this one. Next step. Finished. Number sequences are done. So we are in the APL company. We are in APL company. The number sequences are completed. Okay. The next step is fiscal calendar. So for invoice, if you look at invoice, the first one is company name with country, address. Next, topmost invoice, number sequence. Next, calendar. So how can I remember means the invoice. The topmost it will be their address. Here company code and address, then invoice number and date. Am I right? Agree with me? That's what here we are doing. For anything, it is company, address, then invoice number and date. Same we are following. The first one is address setup we have configured. The legal entity we have created. Number sections configured. Next fiscal calendar we are mapping. So if you go to general ledger, collapse all, currencies, calendars, fiscal calendar you need to create. You need to create fiscal calendar. But calendars are there here. Look at this one. Why it is available? The reason behind, we have USMF company, you have INMF company, you have DMF company, you have so many companies are there. That is the reason it is available. But by default, if you take license from Microsoft, this will be blank. You need to click on new calendar. You need to click on new calendar and you need to define the calendar name. And while creating this calendar, it is my suggestion, try to create at least 2 years before. Means we are in the year 2022, try to create 2020. At least 2 years before. And you can give the naming convention, whatever you want. Okay, I'm not creating dummy data. I don't want junk data, because if I'm creating like this, there are huge data, junk data will be there. So I'm not creating. I will use this calendars, existing calendar. So you need to create new calendar first. You need to create new calendar by giving the name and description, and you can create. Then once it is created, new fiscal year should be created. Continuation. Okay, this is in your demo data in your system. You can try, because you will not have much junk data. You can create, because for me, if I'm creating like this for each batches, it will be junk data will be huge. That is the reason I'm not creating. So you can, it is your responsibility to create fiscal calendar. Because of enterprise level data, it is available, but it is your responsibility for a new company to create calendar. Okay, so it is in general ledger, calendars, fiscal calendar. You need to create. The next step is fiscal calendar. So in the invoice, to remember, okay, address created, company name created, numbers are created. Okay, next master is currency should be created. Currencies, but currencies by default available in the system. In AX 2009 oldest version, in AX 2001 9 and old versions, it is not there. So if you go to modules, I'm going to say the application versions, AX 4.0 the oldest version, AX 2009 5.0 5.1. in this there is no concept called enterprise level data. In these companies, in these applications, You need to create currencies manually, whatever the currencies you want. That is your responsibility. Whereas in AX 2012 and D365 versions, you need not to create anything. It is already by default available by Microsoft. It was given by Microsoft. You need not to create any currencies. Okay, by default currencies are available. Okay, by default available. Where it is available means general ledger, currencies. So general ledger, currencies. It is available. No need to create any single currency. No need to create any currency. It will be enterprise level data. It is available by default. AED, Arab Emirate Dirhams, like this. There are so many currencies. Only this currencies, there is a one currency has some specific euro. Euro has reference currency for triangulation. Checkbox will be available. For normal currencies, that will not be enabled. This will not be enabled for normal currencies. Okay, there are so many currencies in the world. Whatever it is there by default, it was available by default. You need not to create any currencies. Fine. You need to map it. Next one is exchange rates. Next one is exchange rates, currency exchange rates. Here, once currencies are available, there are one is exchange rate types and then currency exchange rates. These two masters you need to map. Exchange rate types and then currency exchange rates. These two should be mapped. Okay, so if you go to here, currency exchange rates, exchange rate types, exchange rate types, you need to define what is whatever you want, exchange rate type, and then exchange rates inside whatever it is there. That's what here exchange rates, currency exchange rates. Both are same. So here exchange rate type and exchange rates. So like default exchange rates, your wish, how you want, you can map. Okay, so exchange rate types and exchange rates, it is required to map it. Next, we need to create chart of accounts. We need to create chart of accounts. General ledger, collapse all, chart of accounts, chart of accounts. Let it be load. General ledger, chart of accounts, chart of accounts. Okay, fine. I learned typing also in 1995 something, 96. I learned typing. at that time it is types also there, like lower, upper. Have completed those certifications also once upon a time. Fine. Now here, look at this one. Usually chart of accounts will be blank. It will be blank. You need to create your own chart of accounts. But why it is available here means this is enterprise level data. This is enterprise level data. That is the reason it is no need to create for you. But if it is really looking for a job change, create one chart of accounts like this and map wherever it is, whatever it is required, one by one. Try to create. This is a big exercise, manual task. If you do it, that will be good for you. So whenever I'm doing, I'm mapping the existing chart of accounts only. I'm not going to create. But for you, my suggestion, create like this, CYA1 or CYA, your name, something. You can start creating this like this. At least few numbers, and try to map this one. Then every time, whenever you are doing purchase order, whenever you are doing sales order invoice, purchase order invoice, it will ask the relevant chart of accounts. You came to know like what are the chart of accounts is mandatory. I need to create that. You will understand. If you are using existing one, you cannot understand. Okay, first chart of accounts name you need to create, and then you need to click on new button, and you need to create the ledger accounts. The main accounts are ledger accounts. In our system it is main account, but whereas in India we'll call it as ledger accounts. We need to create numbers one by one. One by one you need to create. I'm not creating now one by one. I don't want waste your time, but it is your responsibility to do creation of this chart of accounts. Okay, chart of accounts should be created. Next, financial dimensions. Financial dimensions. So this is in general ledger, chart of accounts, not accounts, dimensions. Financial dimensions. Next one is dimensions you need to create. Let me go to here, chart of accounts, dimensions, financial dimensions. Okay, so you need to create financial dimensions. Already financial dimensions are also available by default, Microsoft. The reason behind it is why it is available. Sorry, it will not create any dimensions. So it is because we have USMF, DMF, INMF, RUMF. The dimensions are showing here, but by default it will be 0. The default financial dimensions means 0. You need to create financial dimensions. By default, what is available? It is available by default operating units available, masters available. Operating units and masters are available by default. This you know already. You can use by using this operating units and masters or submasters. You can create your own dimensions. Your wish, I mean to say, here you means the client. As per the client wish, you are going to create financial dimensions, whatever the client wants. Whatever the client wants, you need to create the dimensions. So here it is available. The reason behind, we have so much data, that is the reason it is coming here. It is displaying, but in reality it will be blank, empty screen. You need to create dimensions, and in the maintenance mode, can go to LCS link. In the LCS link, go to LCS link and you can make maintenance mode off, maintenance mode on, maintenance mode on, and do it. If you are familiar with SQL Server, so there is a small code, you can use it. This is update table with 1. That means on, maintenance mode on, and you need to click on IIS reset and then activate the financial dimensions. Then maintenance mode off. How to do it? You need to table level, the value should be updated with 0, and you need to click on once again IIS reset in the command prompt in the server. Okay, so if it is Microsoft production server, if it is your production server will be maintained by controlled by Microsoft only. You don't have option to do it this one. So you need to go to maintenance mode and you need to enable that one on and off. Okay, if it is a test server, dev server, or UAT server, it may be in your control. You can do it whatever you want. Okay, in this case, you need to take a little bit small help from technical person to make it maintenance mode on and off. It is simple only, but I'm not able to show you because I don't have LCS links and all those things. It is simple, very simple only. Just a checkbox like on and off, just on and off radio button. Okay, so financial dimensions are ready. Next one is accounting structure. So in the system it is configure account structure. Configure account structure. So this is structures, configure account structure. So accounting structures, collapse all, chart of accounts, structures, configure account structures. So already some structures are there. You can create your own, what are the structures. So I'm going to use account structure 11. Let me verify what is the structure it was created. Account structure 11. It is business unit and department, 1 series to 3 series. You know already this one already. And account structure 12. It is 4 series to 5 series, business unit and item group. And then next structures, account structure 13. I'm going to use this structure for 6 series to 9 series. So it is mapped like this. Okay, if I want to activate once again, I need to enable this batch job. You know that batch job, and I need to activate. Fine, I will use these ones, these things. Okay, how to create this? You know already. You need to create. Once it is created, now we are going to create. We are going to use the ledger. Ledger is the most important form. So in this ledger, next one is ledger. This is in general ledger, ledger setup, ledger. It will be blank now because this is a new company. It will be blank. You need to click on edit. So it is must. You need to map chart of accounts. Chart of accounts. I'm using shared chart of accounts. Any accounts is fine. I'm using SHARED. This is a name. That's it. Okay, next calendar. I'm using CAL calendar, and I'm using the currency US dollars. Okay, and reporting currency I'm mapping euros. Okay, accounting currency exchange rate I'm mapping default exchange rate type. Here also I'm mapping default exchange rate type. As your wish, you can map these things. Chart of accounts created, calendars already created, currencies is already available. We are mapping. You can now add the structure. Account structure 11 and select. Click yes. Next, add account structure 12 and select. Click yes. Next, account structure add 13 and select. If there is any overlaps are there, it will not allow you to select. You know, already we have discussed a lot. Overlap should not be allowed. Okay, once it is created, once it is mapped, try to click on recalculate ledger periods. This fiscal calendar has been updated. We recommend that you run the recalculate ledger period process. So try to execute this one. This one n number of times you can do it. Any number of times you can do it. But as a best practice, whether you have executed or not, I don't know when I'm opening. So if it is any issues, small issues related to rebalances or something, it's better to run this one. This will not harm anything. It is empty, like information only. Like internally, it will be updated properly. Fine. Then now the ledger is ready. So general ledger, ledger setup, ledger, map all the required fields, and then run recalculate ledger periods. Run recalculate ledger periods. Okay, so once it is ready, we need to proceed further. Just give me a minute. I'll be back in 1 minute, please. Okay, I'm back. Now, once it is mapped, this ledger setup means you are constructing a toy. For that, head is ready. This is head. If you are making one toy, first you need to prepare head. So the head is ready. Okay, next. Next one is parameters. General ledger, collapse all, ledger setup, general ledger parameters. Okay, in these parameters, you need to map maximum penny difference, at least some value. It may be 0.05 or 0.5 or 1 based on the requirement. You need to map it. So maximum penny difference and maximum penny rounding difference in the reporting currency also. This is for accounting currency. This is for reporting currency. So next step is GL parameters. So general ledger, ledger setup, general ledger parameters. Okay, the first one is maximum penny difference. And next one is maximum penny rounding in the reporting currency. Okay, that is mandatory. So what is this means? What is this means? 20 by 6. Can you 20 by 6? What is the value? Can anyone guide me? What is the value of 20 by 6?
3.3.
Sorry,
3.33.
am I right? This is value is 3.333333. We can't do anything. We can't know anything. 20 by 7. If you do the calculator, 20 by 7. 2.857. 142. Once again 857. 142. Look at this one. 857 142. 857 142. 857 142. It will be continued. Never end process. 857 142. So in the database level, SQL server level, it will be stored 15 to 20 digits. I don't know exact digits. Around 15 to 20 digits. It will be stored in the system in the back end. But in the front end, it will show you only this. Am I right? Wherever you saw, the currencies are displaying in 2 decimals. Agree with me? In our Dynamics F&O, whenever you are looking, the look, it is 2.857. It will show you. That means it will go to the value is 2.857. 86. Agree? Any confusion? Agree with me? Yes or no, please?
Yes, sir.
So I want this rounding. That rounding you are mentioning how you want. If I map 0.01, then the rounding will be like this. If I map 0.10, 0.1, then what is this value? What is this value will show? It is 0.10. It is 8th, 9th standard, 8th, 9th, 10th standard. Teachers will explain you mathematics. Rounding rule is 0.10, 0.1, one decimal only. If I want only one decimal, what is the value of this one? What is the value of this one?
2.8.
2.857 means 2.9.
9.
Agree? If it is 85, instead of 85, if it is 848 or 849, then it will be 8. It will be. Agree, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Fine. So that rounding rule we need to mention in the parameters level how you want. It is must you need to map. You need to map this rounding rule. Okay. Next step. Batch transfer rules. This once again we'll discuss after some time. This one we'll discuss after some time. Next one is batch transfer rules. So the same thing. This is in general tab. This is in ledger tab. This is in ledger tab. The rounding we have mapped in the ledger tab. Okay, now in this batch transfer rule, batch transfer rule, batch transfer rules. Batch transfer rules. Here there are three types are available: synchronous, asynchronous, scheduled batch. Synchronous, asynchronous, scheduled batch. So synchronous, the first option, synchronous, is available in the synchronous is available in 6.0, 6.1, 6.2, 6.3, 7.0, 7.1, 7.2, 7.3. In 8.0 it was deprecated. Synchronous is 8.0, 8.1, 10.0. It was deprecated. If you are selecting, if you are saving this one, it will pop up your message. The synchronous option is deprecated. Use either asynchronous or scheduled batch. Okay, it is telling clearly use either asynchronous or scheduled batch. So to understand this one, I will explain you traffic. Okay, little bit technical, let us understand. So the cars are, if it is, look at this one, if the cars are like this, it is very difficult. If the car is moved for like 2 meters, this car will be moved 2 meters, this car will be 2 meters, means traffic is very tight. Agree? Agree with me? Unmute, please.
Yes, sir.
This is synchronous. This is asynchronous. So gap is there. Like suppose this gap, this car is little bit moved, then I will wait and I will move. Wait and move, wait and move. This one is moving continuously closely each other. This is some gaps. And otherwise, I will go instead of 9 o'clock, I will go at 11 o'clock. At 11 o'clock, the car sees the road is very free. I can move. I can go easily. So here, scheduled batch means don't post the transaction now. Post this transaction offline after business hours. That is scheduled batch. Scheduled batch means after business hours, I want posting the financial postings. Asynchronous means look at the gap and proceed. Look at the gap and proceed. Some gaps and proceed. And synchronous means this one, close movements. So if it is a close movements, synchronous. If it is close movements, synchronous, then what happens? The postings is happening immediately with the traffic, then the performance is going down. As per Microsoft, the performance is going down. The performance is going down. So that is the reason it was deprecated by Microsoft. And it is asynchronous means, yes, it will be posted, but it will have some gaps and it will be moved smoothly, slowly, moving on, keep on moving on. Suppose the traffic is huge, wait and then move, wait and move. This one is closely moving continuously, but closely it is, there is a chance of like some hits chances, synchronous. So performance will be down. If it is some gaps are there, it will be moved fast. Suppose the traffic is there, wait for 1 minute, then let it be moved for at least 3 meters, 5 meters, then I will move. After that I will move once again. Like that we can do it. That is asynchronous. So how it will be relevant here means the financial postings. Whenever you are posting any transaction, so asynchronous means it will wait the traffic and it will be posted. Suppose some other people are data entry is happening. The first preference will be data entry rather than posting. Understood? That is synchronous, asynchronous, and scheduled batch. Scheduled batch means after business hours, the postings will be happened. So usually I'm using asynchronous. If it is normal situations, asynchronous. If it is heavy traffic, means so many people are entering at a time in the daytime, then I will map scheduled batch, so that evening data entry will be completed and evening by evening, where as per the scheduled batch, it will be posted the transactions. Clear? Any doubt in this? Scheduled batch. So my preference, if it is a normal situation, asynchronous I will map. Asynchronous will be mapped. Okay, asynchronous will be mapped. Next one is after completion of this setup. Next one is general ledger, posting setup, accounts for automatic transactions. Okay, give me a minute. Accounts for automatic transactions. The next step is accounts for automatic transactions. Just give me a minute. Accounts for automatic transactions. Accounts for automatic transactions. Here it is general ledger, posting setup, accounts for automatic transactions. Okay, this one we need to map. So what is this means? Here you can click on new. If you click on new, there will be a lot. You cannot understand which one you need to select one by one. You cannot understand. So don't required to click on new. Click on create default types. Click on create default types. Okay, map the rounding difference account. Just give me a minute. Let me save. What is this actually? Except error account, try to map all the accounts. Except error account, try to map all the accounts. What is this actually? So we have discussed. This value, if you map rounding, then this value will become 2.86. Agree? This is the account it is showing in the front end. It is displaying in the front end. If it is 0.01 rounding. Agree with me, everyone?
Yes, sir.
So now, is there any difference between these two? Do we have any differences? Do we have difference?
Yes.
So it is 8, 5, 2, 4, 8, 5. 1 second, is 9, 8 also here. 1, 5, like some values are there. Okay, it is 0 0.00, and then 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 8, 5. This one is just 2, 8, 5, 7, 1, 4, 2, 8, 5, 1, 7. This is the number. If you sum up these two, it will become this one. So in the front end, it is displaying this one. In the back end, it is going to store in this like this. The difference should be calculated and posted to some account. Actually, it is 0.00 some values. Am I right? Those values will be posted to this account. See, penny differences in reporting currency, penny differences in accounting currency, year-end closing. Whenever you are doing year-end closing, at that time, if it is penny differences are there, those differences will be posted to this account. This is during consolidation. This is during customer cash discount. During this one, vendor cash account, cash discount. This is sales order invoice rounding. This is vendor invoice rounding. So the roundings will be posted to this account. Understood? Because you have mapped rounding like 0.01 here, or rounding 0.01 like 0.10 or 0.50, whatever you have mapped, those differences will be posted to these accounts. So majority, you need to map this one. If you map, if you have not mapped, what you will get error message 55.85 and 55.85 does not balance. Accounting currency and reporting currency, accounting currency and reporting currency does not balance. Okay, just give me a second. Okay, so 55.85, 55.85, accounting currency and reporting currency does not balance. What it means here internally 85714, this one is 8578572, suppose. These two will not be displayed in the front end. It will show like this. But back end it is 55.8571, here 55.8572. There is a slight difference in the back end. It will show like this. It will show like this. Accounting currency and reporting currency does not balance, and this invoice will not be posted. Voucher will not be posted. This kind of errors you will face a lot if you have not mapped this one. So normal situations, it will allow you to post. You will get some kind of error messages if you have not mapped properly like this. This is a best practice to map this one. I saw so many clients, they are not mapping any ledger accounts here. So my suggestion, try to map the penny differences for this all accounts. Minimum all these accounts. After that, some more based on your requirement, you are going to map it. With your experience, you will map it. Minimum default types, and you need to map this one. Understood? Any questions in this one? Anyone? Any questions till now? Any confusion? Particularly finance consultants. Finance consultants. So no confusions, I hope. Okay, good. Let me proceed. Next step. Next one is customer group and vendor groups. First one, vendor groups should be created. Vendor group should be created. So general ledger related setups we have done. We have done general ledger setups. Now we are going to do like AP parameters, AP accounts payable module related setups. Accounts payable module, collapse all. The first one is vendor group. Vendor groups we need to create. It is blank. Okay, so accounts payable module, accounts payable, vendors, vendor groups we need to create. So this vendor groups also, as per the client requirement, you are going to create. I mean to say, you need to collect the client, what are the groups they are using. You know already this one. So suppose I'm creating like 10 domestic customers, domestic vendors. Next, international vendors. This is not your decisions. It is data, client data. If it is they have Dubai vendors or Mumbai vendors, Hyderabad vendors, how their data is there, those data you need to configure. Okay, vendor groups you need to create. Next, once vendor groups are created, then you need to map vendor posting profile. Vendor posting profiles. So we are mapping in all APL company, new company. Let me take duplicate. Just I want to show you. So if you go to general ledger, collapse all, ledger setup, ledger. If you click on edit, still it is allowing to modify chart of accounts. It is allowing to modify chart of accounts, accounting currency, reporting currency. These three are allowing. If you post one transaction, any single transaction, you cannot modify. I'm showing you from USMF company. If you click on edit, this is freezed. This is freezed, and this is freezed. You cannot modify. If you want to modify these things, what you have to do? You need to create a new company. Means a fresh implementation. So as I told you in the very first country, I informed you, don't do mistake by creating a country. In the same manner, while mapping ledger setup, it is most important. Don't do any mistake. This accounting currency, reporting currency cannot be modified once any single transaction is posted. As of now, there is no transaction. See, in USMF, it is not allowing. It is not allowing. As of now, in this, our APL about private limited, in this company, it is allowing to modify, because I have not posted any transaction till now. It was setups we are doing. Minimum setups, whatever it is required, we are doing setups. So it will allow you until and unless any transaction is before posting any transaction. Once a single transaction is posted to this account, then it will not allow you. Okay, that I will show you most probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow based on the progress. Okay, I want to give you some alerts here. Fine. Now vendor groups created. Next one is vendor posting profiles. Setup vendor posting profiles. Vendor posting profiles. So you can click on new VPP vendor posting profiles. Anything you can write, whatever you want. So click on add group level mapping. I'm mapping the group 10 and I'm mapping to the summary account 2 series. So this one 200 100. Click on add. You know already this one. Whatever I'm speaking, everything you know already. You are experienced. 20 230 110. It is as a best practice, try to map one all account so that it will not create problems. So vendor posting profile is defined. Vendor posting profile is defined. So it is in accounts payable module. Setup accounts payable parameters. I'm sorry, vendor posting profiles. Okay, once it is defined, you need to map this one in the parameters. Okay, so once it is created, you are going to map this one in the parameters, accounts payable parameters, ledger and sales tax tab, vendor posting profile, whatever you have created just now, try to map. Once it is mapped, vendor posting profile, once it is mapped, then you need to create vendor. You need to create vendors. That means this one, client created, client name, vendor groups created. Now we need to create vendor accounts. We need to create vendor accounts. Okay, you need to create vendors. So let me know your favorite vendor names, any vendor names, your favorite vendor names, from where you want to purchase materials. Any vendor name, your favorite vendor name. If you don't like, I will create my favorite vendor name, any name. Suppose this is APL-001. I'm creating, suppose, Raghavendra Enterprises. Automobiles. Something I have created. So it is domestic. Okay. It is creating APL-0001. I don't like this. I want APL name dash V001 next time onwards. Suppose in case if you don't like this, it is creating APL dash 0001. I don't want like this number sequence. I want, because for customers also it is like this only. Then I want APL dash V dash 001. By looking into this code, I can understand it is a vendor. If it is a customer, APL dash C dash 0001. If you want like that, then you can go to accounts payable module, collapse all, setup, parameters, number sequences. The vendor account number sequence is this one. You need to right click, view details. You need to click on here, V dash. So it is click on accept, then consistency, no problem. Now, next time onwards, if I'm creating number sequence, I have changed. I'm creating another vendor. So before creating this first one itself, if you want, you can create. Otherwise, you can delete this one and you can create freshly, your wish. Okay. If you want number sequence change, you can change. Now, if you click on new, look at this one. It will number is creating APL-V-002 Chakri Enterprises. Suppose this is international. Next time onwards, it will create like this. So of course, the first vendor is created like this one. If you don't like this, you can delete and you can recreate, your wish. So if you want number sequence should be modified, for all number sequences it is coming APL-0001 only. If you want to modify number sequences, you can modify. Okay, what are the number sequences to be modified? I will discuss with you after some time, maybe tomorrow. Number sequences. I will discuss with you later on in the coming session, most probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow. What are the number sequences in real-time scenario should be modified? Already created number sequences, we need to modify. So vendor account, where it is accounts payable, vendors, all vendors. Okay, it was created. The same manner you need to create for customer side also. First, customer groups I need to create. So accounts receivable module, this is accounts receivable module. Customers, customer groups. So accounts receivable module, collapse all customers, customer groups. not this one. It will be available in the setup. Give me a minute. It is by mistake I have clicked on customer accounts. First, I need to create customer groups. Because today we are doing in so many parameters. I mean to say we have opened so many forms we have opened. So that is the reason it is taking some time to refresh the screen. Okay, no problem. Let me first create customer groups. So here it will not be available. It will be available in the setup customer groups. So the first one is here. It is in setup customer groups. Click on new. So I'm creating like domestic customers. This is based on the customer data you need to create. It is not your wish. International customers. Okay, international customers. Next one is 19 customer posting profiles. So accounts receivable, setup, customer posting groups, customer posting profiles. Okay, next one is AR parameters. Just give me a minute, please. Okay, AR parameters, accounts receivable, accounts receivable, setup, AR parameters, ledger and sales tax tab, and map the above customer posting profiles. The same thing. So let me make this. First, let me create customer posting profiles, accounts receivable, setup, customer posting profiles. Click on new. So customer posting profile. Click add. So group level, 10 group I'm mapping. It is, I know the number series 13 is, it is accounts receivable account. Next one more group, 20 group, 13 accounts receivable foreign. Next one is all I'm mapping, 13 some account I'm mapping. Others also mapping like this. Then this should be mapped here in the parameters. In the parameters, accounts receivable parameters, ledger and sales tax tab. You need to map it, and then you need to create customer. So select the above customer posting profile and then create customer account. Okay, let me map this ledger and post, ledger and sales tax tab. Let me map for the posting profiles. Then let me create a customer. So with this one, AP, AR, GL related setups, minimum setups, whatever it is required, we have mapped, and we need to create next tomorrow. We need to map item related setups. Once again, this customer number sequence, if you don't like it, this number sequence, then you need to modify the number sequence and you need to create. So if you want to modify AR parameters, you know the number sequence where it is available. It is in accounts receivable, number sequences, customers. Number sequence should be modified. Customer account, number sequence. Okay, we'll continue this one tomorrow. I will modify this one and I will continue tomorrow. Any quick questions, please? This you need to do, everyone need to do, particularly finance consultants. It is must, it is your duty, your responsibility, need to create all these things. This company creation process, you need to do at least 20 to 25 times. 20-25 times you need to do it. This is your primary responsibility. Your primary responsibility to create this company creation process, particularly for finance consultants. Okay, so don't make negligence. Start company creation process today itself. Whatever I have taught, okay, try to practice. Go through video recording session and practice. Okay. So Chandu Enterprises Limited, something I have written. Done. So now it is APL C-002. Because I have clicked on cancel for one, it is there. Otherwise, if you want number sequence, you can modify, no issues. So customers are created, vendors are created. Tomorrow, we'll try to map item related setups. Means T&L, pure T&L, we are going to learn tomorrow. T&L setups. Okay, and we'll continue this T&L topics we are going to learn. Fine. I'm stopping here for today. Any quick questions, please let me know. Otherwise, we can wind up the session. We'll connect once again tomorrow morning, same time. Okay, see you all. Bye-bye.